Over the course of NBA history, there have been 50 MVPs, some known by everyone, such as 2016 Steph Curry, 2013 LeBron James, and 2011 Derrick Rose, but it came to my attention that there's an MVP from one of the greatest players ever that's not talked about. What's up guys, it's your boy, and today we will be talking about the most underrated MVP season in history. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more quality content, and play that intro. In the 2013-2014 NBA season, the Miami Heat were looking to three-peat. The Knicks had their best season in over a decade. The Brooklyn Nets had just made the tragic trade with Boston and were looking to test their new quote-unquote super team. But many people forgot who the MVP was. Kevin Durant that season was amazing, leading his team to a 59-23 record, good enough for the second seed in the Western Conference. Durant did this while averaging 32 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists on the staggering 50% from the field, 39% from 3, and 87% from the free throw line. This season he was dominant and unguardable. It was unique because he played like an all-around player while leading the league in scoring. At that time, Kevin Durant was seen as the second best player in the league behind LeBron James, and this season Durant stated multiple times he's tired of being second. It was hard for KD to surpass LeBron because in the previous season, LeBron might have had the best MVP year ever, where he put up 27 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists on 56% from the field and 40% from 3. He should have won Defensive Player of the Year that year with Marc Gasol, who didn't even make all defensive first team. Durant's MVP year was not on LeBron's level, but it was still an amazing one, and it's criminally underrated. Durant had to lead an OKC team with Russell Westbrook only playing 46 games. Although I believe Russ was overrated at the time, he would have still helped Durant score easier with his slashing and passing. But instead, Durant's second best player for most of the season was Serge Ibaka, who averaged 15 points per game, 9 rebounds on 50% from the field, but he is still not a player you would want even as arguably your third option. Durant had Kendrick Perkins starting for 62 games, so you knew it was a struggle with Perkins not being good at anything on the basketball court. All this lack of help didn't faze Durant, and in the biggest stretch of games Russ didn't play, Durant averaged 35 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists on 50% from the field and 40% from 3. A lot of people believe this season without Russ would be a year where OKC isn't a legit contender, because 2 years prior OKC made the finals being carried by Russ and Durant, so it was shown Russ is very important. But even with all of that, Kevin led OKC to a 59-23 record in the tough Western Conference. Durant accomplished this with average players and players who are on 10-day contracts. A bench player I haven't discussed is Reggie Jackson, who despite barely playing in the previous season, started 36 games in Russell's absence and averaged 13 points per game and 4 assists. And in the games he started, he averaged 14 points per game and 5 assists. Reggie was also a positive on defense with his aggressiveness. Caron Butler, whose career was almost ending, averaged 9 points and shot 44% from 3. The only problem is he played less than 30 games for OKC. Durant had a stretch of scoring 30 or more points in 12 straight games. His best game of the season was against the Golden State Warriors, scoring a career-high 54 points. In April of that season, he surpassed Michael Jordan's record for consecutive games scoring 25 or more at 41. I believe a huge reason this season is forgotten is because of Durant's move to the Warriors, which made him the most hated player, and he doesn't have many fans wanting to look back on his best moments, such as his MVP season. Also, the fact that the season after his MVP year, he injured his foot and missed most of the season. Going into the playoffs, in the first round they faced the 7th seed Memphis Grizzlies, who were led by Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, and Zach Randolph. It would take OKC 7 games to defeat them. Durant struggled, averaging 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists, but on 44% from the field and 32% from 3, and a shocking 76% from the free throw line. Russell played in this series and averaged 25 points per game, 9.7 rebounds, and 8 assists on a terrible 38% from the field and 23% from 3. This series including a Game 4 where Durant and Russ scored 15 on less than 25% shooting. OKC could have easily lost this game, but Reggie Jackson stepped up, scoring 32 points. OKC probably would have lost this series if Zach Randolph didn't miss Game 7. Going into the second round of the playoffs, OKC faced the Los Angeles Clippers. In this series, Durant balled, averaging 33 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, 5 assists on 47% from the field and 38% from 3. A key game in that series is when in Game 5, the Clippers were up with barely any time left, looking to go up 3-2, but Durant, who in this game scored 27 points on 27% from the field, led OKC back to a win. In the conference finals, OKC faced the team that advanced to the finals the previous year in the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs defeated OKC in 6 games. Durant didn't have his best series, averaging 25.8 points per game, 7.7 rebounds, and 3 assists on 47% from the field and 33% from 3. The Spurs would go on to win the championship over Miami. This MVP year truly shouldn't be this forgotten, with OKC being successful in the regular season and the playoffs. But I can see James Harden's 2018 MVP being similar to this one and being forgotten. Anyways guys, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more quality content. Thanks for making it to the end of the video, and I'm out.